What's up, everyone on YouTube? This is What a Losing 1929 here with a actual episode of GTA Autos, but instead of being on Grand Theft Auto 5, I wanted to go back a bit, and here we are on Grand Theft Auto Vice City, one of Rockstar's true gems. I really love Vice City. Vice City it's just such an awesome game. I mean, yeah, the graphics are a little cheesy. I mean, this was high tech back then. But when this game came out, man, I think I was 8 years old back then. And geez, this game seemed awesome to me. And I didn't catch on because, Vice City, was just a blur until Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out. That was the game everybody wanted instead of Vice City. Vice City was just old news now. But now you look at it, Vice City now, and then I look at how I was raised, because I don't like hip hop, nor most of the R&B now. So since Vice City is based off the 1980s, there's a lot of nice nostalgic things that I fell in love with this game even more. So I'll give you more detail with this car. This is, for people who haven't played this game, this is the Mañana. And if you're wondering, on Grand Theft Auto Vice City and on Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, the Mañana did not look like this. Instead, it looks like a huge, full-size American coupe. And it's based off the Buick LeSabre a bit. But instead of, back then, at the first variants of the Mañana, this is it. The first variants was based off a Chrysler K car. Now, I'll give you more into detail right about now. Now, I give you specs, I give you history, I give you all the information you need to know about the cars I do on this show. So not all my stuff is going to be 100% accurate, so please don't mind what you put on the comment list. So, let's get started. Now, the Mañana on Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Wow, this is one of the oldest cars on the game. Not like oldest by age, I mean, this is one of the longest running cars in Rockstar's gaming. So, this car, I think it's been on the first Grand Theft Auto game, and it's been in almost every Grand Theft Auto game. Actually, I think it has been in every Grand Theft Auto game. But the Mañana is just it's a weird little car. So you look at it now, I mean, because it's been through a lot of changes since Vice City. So we look back then, and I mean, the Mañana still looks like this. So we go on to Vice City. They changed it up a bit since Vice City's based off the 80s. So what did they do? They gave it a boxy look. So this car is literally based off a Chrysler K car. It's back in the 80s, Chrysler was really doing poor, and to the point where they were actually going to close their doors and shut down production on all their vehicles, so all their assets and stuff like that. But there was one savior that basically put Chrysler back on the map, and that was the iconic Lee Iacocca. Lee Iacocca, what he did was he made the K car. He is the reason why Chrysler is still somewhat in business right now. The K car was basically a whole bunch of different cars. They basically will share the same platform, but they'll have different names to them. So this is basically what the K cars were back then. I don't know much about the K cars, but it's just a lot of cars that they use with the K cars. I mean, this is when Plymouth was still around. So we're gonna go up and look it up actually, because this is where I get in the detail. So the K car was basically Dodge Aries, the Plymouth Reliant, the Chrysler LeBaron. Those are K cars. And they all look the same. They shared the same platform. They shared the same engine. They shared almost everything. They all was basically the same car. Now, people bought them like hotcakes. And now we look back today, and they're just crap. They're literally crap. So, These cars were basically just not really good cars. I mean, back then people bought them like hotcakes. They was just buying them left and right. And if it wasn't for Lee Iacocca and the K car, Chrysler would have been out of business in the 80s. They wouldn't have acquired the Jeep division from it, the American Motors Corporation. They wouldn't have acquired um, the Eagle brand. If you don't know what the Eagle is, just look up the Eagle Talon. They wouldn't have done all this stuff. Now we look at Chrysler today, and Chrysler is just, oof, they're just constantly screwing up again, and basically to the point where they had to merge with Fiat. So I kind of question Chrysler a bit right now, but hopefully they pull through. Let's take a cruise down in this car. Now I gotta get used to the controls on this game because I'm just so used to playing Grand Theft Auto 5, so the controls are really different. So start off right off the bat, the car's handling is so twitchy. So greetings. The car's handling is so twitchy, like literally. It just really twitchy. Second of all, the car is obviously slow as hell, so you're not gonna win any races. This car is just really slow. I think this car's front wheel drive. Yeah, it is.
Freaky, really freaky.
But it's just not a really good skill. It's not a really good car in the game. I mean, this is basically a car you just want to just take, you know, if you just couldn't find anything else. But styling cues, I just have to say, being here and liking the 80s. I mean, I love the I love the music. This is kind of one of the reasons why I love Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I mean, you just listen to the music on here. I mean, I can't play it on here because I'll be copyrighted for it. But it's just so many awesome songs I grew up listening to. Well, basically my mom grew up listening to because she loved listening to this kind of music. So she always put it on the radio station down here where they'll play most of the 80s rock music and pop music from that era. And I sort of kind of grew up listening to the songs, even though when I didn't grow up in the era. So it has a soft touch to it. Now, styling cues for this car it's in straight 1. Performance is in 1. I mean, not a lot of people are going to play Grand Theft. They're not going to play Grand Theft Auto Vice City for a long time. I mean, this is just one of those days where you just like, hey, let me play Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Because, I mean, this game just reminds me of my childhood so much. I mean, I love this game in so many ways. The music, the cars, even though the cars are really based off of crap cars today. I mean, these cars, I mean, I just feel like they just all have a nostalgic look. I mean, I love American cars. 80s American cars, I look at so fondly. I look at them because, I mean, it's not because they're just all crap cars. I mean, I like them because they're just weird. They're odd cars. I mean, they're cars that basically people didn't think America could do because American car manufacturers like Ford, Chrysler, and the GM, they were all used to making these big, huge American cars. And then you see them in the 80s and they all downsized. They're large sedans and their cars from the 80s shrunk down to basically this size of car. They were really large cars from the 70s and 60s and 50s. You're looking at the 80s now, and they're just tiny little coupes and 4-cylinders and V6s. And I just find that interesting. I mean, it's just weird to the point where I just like it.
Are you kidding me?
I have nothing much to say about this car. I mean, this car is just really weird. I mean, the turning radius is just so tight. I just don't understand it. The way how Rockstar made this car, I mean, it's a nice little car. I mean, don't get me wrong, this car is kind of fun to drive a bit. It's just slow. It's twitchy handling, it's just odd. I mean, it's just a really odd car. So, I'm just going to park right here and we're just going to just take a gander of it because this car did do some damage. But you just look at it, this is just a weird car. Excuse me. Let's finish this car and put it out of its misery because it's literally just that bad. So, wait, better yet. Yeah, put this car out of its misery. Yeah, this is what it gives me 1929 here signing off with the old previous mañana. I'll see you guys later.